It was a perfect start to the season 1 week ago for Racing Lab Esports as Anders Meyer and Eric Kuseth were able to take a dominant 1-2 finish at Watkins Glen for the first round of the Apex Racing League GT3 trophy. Tonight we head to Algarve International Circuit for the first time in an Apex Racing League event, see if anyone can challenge them tonight and across the season as well. Welcome to the Apex Racing TV Esports studio. My name is Sam Fitzpatrick and alongside me is David Sampson. And David, I'm very looking forward to this because Algarve, ever since it sort of got introduced for F1 and also MotoGP a few years ago, it's really gone up in people's estimations. And seeing that it's quite a new circuit as well, it's still building a bit of a reputation, but the reputation it has built is a very positive one.
Yeah, I thoroughly agree. I think it's one of the new tracks on the iRacing service that's really hit the mark out of the box. Undulation, high-speed corners, it's got a bit of everything. Don't like the second to last corner, but I've learned to forgive it just because of the track it's given us. But yeah, we've got a big field. It was a competitive bunch last time, so yeah, I've been really looking forward to this race.
Absolutely should be a really good one. Let's have a look at the calendar. 10 rounds across the season, and of course we've already had Watkins Glen last week. That was the day before the 6 hours. And then of course Portimão, Daytona, which will be our first B format race of the season. We'll have 2 races at Daytona, just the 1 race tonight here at Portimão, and then Spa, Nürburgring, Imola, Hockenheim, Road America, and the to be decided rounds as well later on in the season. Well, before we get into the talk for this event tonight, a quick reminder that we have Apex Racing League Endurance coming up very, very soon, and you can sign up to that over at apexracingleague.com. Of course, sponsored by Abruzzi, and there are a lot of prizes, so do check that out. We've just got 7 more days. We will be broadcasting that from the studio next week. Yeah, when it comes to the format as well tonight, Dave, we've just got the 60-minute race. Last time it was a 75-minute race. So a little bit less for the drivers to cope with tonight.
Yeah, obviously I always bring it up, but it's going to be important on the tyres, looking after, I think, this race. It is quite a demanding track, lots of places for mistakes. Obviously T1, we wish them the best at the start of the race because it's demanding, right? You've got to absolutely throw the car in any 2 wides and on cold tyres. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, really excited. It's going to be a long one for them, I reckon. So I think they're going to really feel it. And it being quite a new track, we could see at least 10 drivers plus of this, maybe their first time ever competing at the track properly.
Definitely. And there is the risk of rain for tonight as well. Last time there was a 0% chance of rain. I think tonight is 48% chance of rain. There's an increased chance of rain as the race goes on. So if it's going to rain, it's going to be in like the last 10 minutes of the event. So we will see what happens on that. So basically, if it's boring, then we can say towards the end, well, you got to keep tuned, guys.
We need a button here for just induce rain, immediate.
Well, yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah, I'd be up for that.
I'd have pressed it by now. I'd have been spamming it there now.
Yeah.
Sprinklers, yeah.
So do watch out for that one. It could be an entertaining end to the race if that rain does come. It'll make it very tricky for the drivers. Let's have a look at a quick highlight from Watkins last time out. This was the best moment of the race for me. This fantastic move from Michael Hooper.
Yeah, very
in the
brave,
closing stages.
very committed. Yeah, we saw a lot of moves done here, but this is just, yeah, it was very classy. Clearance on that was a few inches at best, and yeah. I enjoyed that race. Very demanding for the drivers, though, I think.
It was a tough race. Chris Vandenesse put up a good fight against Meyer in the early stages, didn't he? But Meyer and Rousseff looked quite dominant. And of course, last season as well, they sort of showed signs of the dominance that they showed last week. But through not qualifying at the front or maybe having some other issues, they weren't ever really able to establish that. But that round 1 looked pretty scary from them. They looked very tough to beat.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. These are big grids, right? And there's no heat format. Qualifying's a really important aspect. We're going to see. I'm really excited to see how this race plays out. But yeah, qualifying, they're going to have to now. They've got plenty of time to do it, of course. It's just putting that lap together. It's a very technical track, long track.
Simon Livingston actually letting us know in chat that there's no Rousseff tonight. So it's not going to be another 1-2. It will be Meyer having to go at it alone for Racing Lab Esports. Also Ricardo Tallon supporting ADX, and they have got a few drivers in this series to ADX, so best of luck to them for tonight. But let's have a look at the championship standings then. Of course, just the one round completed, so it's basically the final standings from last time. But there is Maya at the top ahead of Roseth. Now, David Schilling last week was a Pro-Am driver, but he did so well last week that we put him in the pros because he finished 4th overall, which is pro pace. So David took it well, and he is now a pro driver. He's up there in 4th place, could still challenge for even the pro championship.
Did David not try throwing the card, okay, how about instead you demote the pros I beat to Pro-Am? Yeah. Well, they under-delivered.
Well, he didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
And I think if we only had 3 drivers in the pro category, 2 of them being teammates, dare I say it may be a slightly boring season.
Very true.
But yes, he would have a leg to stand on. Sergio Abaye, therefore, is leading the championship in the Pro-Ams by a decent margin over David Moeller. Although Moeller was very quick in practice earlier on, so do watch out for him. I think he was 2nd fastest in practice out of everyone. So that one is not necessarily settled. Your pick for the Pro-Am title, Hutchinson in 3rd at the moment. And in the Amateur Championship, we currently have Aaron Broderick at the top. But it's looking very competitive in this one. Frusek, Hodgson, Zielk and Livingston all around. Broderick gained a lot of places. I feel like he went from about, what, 30th to 15th last time?
Yeah, I think it was 23. It was a lot. I remember writing it down. Samsung driver, so I was spamming the Discord, congratulating him with... I was updating in Discord every time he got an overtake, actually, if I'm being honest. But, yeah, it was a great event. Lots of drivers, that's what I thought. But, yeah, let's look at the Teams Championship, which is, like you say, is just one round, and Racing Lab had such a dominant start with a 1-2. But we've seen this before. Right now, it screams that it's over, but there's such a long way to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 100% score for Racing Lab Esports straight away. But yeah, I think they have only got the 2 drivers, so they will lose points tonight if Maya's just driving by himself, because it's your top 2 drivers score points for each round. So if they've only got 1 driver, then they won't be able to score many points. So that will probably come down. Maguire's team, one of the new teams for this race. Matty Helenius asking, who's the picks for today? Asking us, who do you think is going to come out on top today?
I think Myers looked very, very strong last week. I know he only got P2. I say only. I know he got P2, but he was being held up by... Not held up, but he was having to fight... what's his name? Van der Nesse. The whole race, by the time the end's cooking. I think he's got a really strong shot.
Sure.
Really strong.
I'll go for someone random. I'll go for Marcello Caserta. He didn't have a good round 1 whatsoever, but he's a good driver. We'll see if he can do better for this round of the championship. So we will go to an advert now, and then in just a few moments' time, we'll be trackside to watch qualifying. But for now, we'll say goodbye, and we'll see you in a moment.
Are you struggling for consistency in your sim racing? Does your iRating look like a roller coaster? If so, we have good news for you. The way to get more consistent is to first understand what you're doing differently than the professionals. And VRS is the answer. With our competitive subscription, you will have the telemetry, setups, tutorials, and everything else you need to fully analyze your driving. Our data packs and the ability to compare your driving with the best in the world will show you exactly where to adjust your inputs, change your driving line, and shave seconds off of your lap times. And our powerful and precise Direct Force Pro wheelbase and precision pedals are being used by some of the world's best drivers. All these champions agree that VRS hardware is not just the best on the market, it's also priced well below the competition. So if you're looking to upgrade to direct drive and the best pedals in sim racing, VRS is your answer. If you want to get better, get faster, and make it happen sooner rather than later, you owe it to yourself to find out why so many people are switching to VRS. You'll be so glad that you did. Visit www.virtualracingschool.com and learn why the best use VRS.
Welcome to Algarve, one of the best looking circuits on the sim. It's not bad looking in real life. I will say I haven't been to many race circuits ever, but I have been to this one, and I went to the kart circuit, which is just on the bottom right of that thing. And I've only just noticed that, and that's why I'm bringing it up. There is qualifying currently underway. And of course, the first 10 minutes are for the amateurs, next 10 minutes are for the pros, and then pro-am, sorry, and then the last 12 are for the pros.
Yeah, great circuit. I've been to the Algarve quite a lot. My parents used to have placed there, so I spent a lot of time just hanging out and working from there. So I love the area. I say everything's perfect. That second to last corner though, I have no clue what they were thinking. Off camber, no grip, every corner has a nice flow to it.
Our producer's doing a very good job at immediately pointing.
Yeah, it's just, I just don't like the second to last corner at all. In every car class I've tried, because I really like this circuit. And the only other thing I always mention is, I don't know, it's a very aggressive T1. Like, I don't mind T1 mid-race, it's just the start of the race. It's a little bit, say, Red Bull Ring, where you have the sausage curb on the inside. It can just, as you can see, one car going through there uses more than all the track. So when you're too wide, it can just get a bit hairy. It's a tricky corner. I find the faster you go, the easier it is. Like, the more power you put down, the more downforce you generate. But it is also a place to absolutely cook your tyres. This downhill hairpin, again, tricky to spot your braking point here, and you really want to focus on the exit here. Every inch deep is, it's just a long way back, it feels like. I'm still remembering the track myself. I have raced here quite a lot. This is the blind right. This, you just want to lift the throttle, keep the car balanced, let the car track out wide, and then, yeah, spot a late apex.
Bit of an Aqua Minerale.
Correct, yeah. This is a bit of a nothing corner, but setting up for this and trust and commitment that you remember the track. Sort of brake to the left, Brian, let it open wide. Keep it probably in second gear, otherwise you're going to absolutely chew the tyres. And the off-track there on the left is quite restrictive, so you've got to keep it in. This corner's fine. It's less important. Very nicely done. A little over-rotation there. And this is the corner that needs deleting. Let's see if we can see a face reaction as he takes this. Look at this. There you go. We're finally through that corner. And then this is a fun corner. This is like Barcelona historic, right, where you just lob it.
Yeah, almost flat out, even in these cars.
No, I think it is.
Oh, is it flat out? I thought I heard a little.
Well, I don't drive GT3s all that much, so maybe it's not. That's the vet, right? In orange. Damn. That looks good.
Sounds good as well.
Some people have mentioned it sounds a little bit like a leaf blower, but yeah, it does sound nice. I mean, you can't put it next to the Mustang on theatrical sound. That's the problem.
Sure. Yeah. So 1 minute 20 left of this AM qualifying. It's currently Marlon Schwab at the top of the standings, but it's looking very close. Fusek, who was one of the front-running AMs from last time, up there in second place. Livingston doing well, up there in third. Then it's Russ Fowler, Apex veteran, of course. Adam Cole's another veteran. And Jason Hodgson in sixth place. Zilk Udod, Bolker, Hedgecock a little bit off the pace. Filter and Nethery, the 12 drivers who are set times.
A-Guard in chat confirming my suspicions. It is flat. And Thomas Hansen is pointing out that red equals orange.
I think it is I think it was a red car, not an orange car, maybe. But
really,
I think so.
Okay, so yes, maybe it's just the panel we're looking at.
Is Fusek going to improve on this one? No personal best sectors, maybe he was just lining up for a lap. He can complete the lap that he starts now.
Hedgecock looking a little bit off. But then again, he didn't have to qualify in last race, right? He capitalised in the race. But doing that over a season is far too difficult. Yeah, this is the corner. I've just found in all the cars I've tested, the more you push the car, the easier this corner is.
Sure.
Lifting, creating that imbalance at the rear.
Livingston goes to the top.
That's close, very close.
Good mix of manufacturers up there as well now.
So that's a little bit too deep there from Lars, and it really does cost you on the way back. It's uphill, it's off. Like, it's just one of those corners where it's very important to nail that corner.
I believe, oh, okay, I was going to say Livingston had time for another lap, but he has now quit. So Schwab is on an improvement. Fusek, sorry, not improving much. Adam Cole's improving. Yeah, this is going to be a good lap here from Cole's. It's a very good lap. He goes to the top. I saw he improved in the second sector, and he had a really strong final sector as well. So he goes to the top. of the standings, but there could still be more improvements. Livingston with a decent second set. Apologies, Schwab with... Schwab's actually a little bit off the pace, so Schwab's not going to improve. I think that top 2 might be set. Here comes Backel to the line, and he is unable to improve, just a couple hundreds off his best lap. And yeah, this lap from Fusek isn't looking dangerous.
No. Maybe the AMs coming out very soon, I suppose, or I suppose they are out now, yeah?
Yeah, Pro-Ams will be on their outlap.
Pro-Ams, sorry.
Yeah, Fusek realises not much of a lap. So you dislike turn 1 here, of course. Do you think we should be using the chicane format instead?
No, I like T1. It's just at the start of the race, again, very Red Bull ringy, where it's very high risk to go side by side. That's all. I like T1, actually. Yeah, Red Bull ring's the same. It's very high risk to go side by side. Yeah, it's just these big old Verstappens on the inside that cause the problem.
Yeah.
Artem's surely going too slow there, boxing. Yeah, because you can't hug the apex like that.
There are the conditions. There was a risk of rain in practice as well. I don't think it ever came, but a reminder that there could be rain in the final 15 minutes of this race.
So I want to know, have you and Lewis set up cloud cam? Do we get a camera where we can break to just the clouds and analyze and look at them?
I mean, that's a good idea.
Thank you. Yeah, that inverted.
We can see
there we go.
Some clouds there. I would say this is partly cloudy at the moment, not mostly cloudy.
I tell you one thing we've got to be careful of, though. When I've been spectating or watching a replay of my own race, from far chase or any camera, it looks so like it's just a soft drizzle. You go to cockpit cam, and it is a thunderous nightmare storm.
Yeah. That's going to be how we identify it. Is we go right on board and see if there's
Correct.
spots on the windshield, because yeah, we're not going to see it naturally.
No.
If it's just spotting. But I mean, you know this better than me. If there's just a tiny bit of rain, will that affect the curbs much? Because these guys are eating up the curbs, and that could make a difference.
On the dry tyre, sure, yeah, it will become a problem quite quickly. But I'm not sure. I find it's the other way round with iRacing. As rain's coming in, it's not so bad. You get a couple of laps of fine conditions, and like if it's near the end of the race, you're finished. Otherwise, you take the wets if you need to go on. I find it's actually a problem the other way round. It's actually very dangerous once the signals are telling you it's getting dry, and iRacing starts showing everything getting drier, that it's very dangerous.
He's putting in a good time at the moment. Carbonari, very strong. He was very good in qualifying, in practice.
Very good lap time, 4/10.
So yeah, he goes to the top, and honestly, don't expect many pros to beat his best time in this session either. Nikolai Agard as well on a very good lap. I think he might just be crossing the line, and there he goes to the top. It's a very strong time there from Agard. I don't think anyone else is going to get close to that on their first effort, but maybe their second or third could be a bit of an improvement.
That's something we should prep for future rain races, to show the timeline, you know,
the forecast.
The forecast, yeah, might be something for the future.
I think at the moment we may just need to rely on one of our producers, Lewis Ward, to whisper in our ear, 20% chance of rain at 4:55 in sim, and let us know through that.
Lewis has a mic. I didn't know that.
Well, you can shout either way, or just come on stage.
Yeah, that's where I want him to come around with a banner like the boxing ring girls.
Yeah,
he holds up a board behind us. Yeah.
Like those old forecast things where they got to stick it on the wall.
Perfect.
And he like holds up a thundercloud.
Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, Agard to pole. Wow, it doesn't seem to matter what car you're in at the moment. We've got Fords, Porsches, Audis, BMWs, Lambos. That's weird seeing Ford. The Ford logo is still a strange sight for me to see in GT3 at this popularity. I'll get used to it.
Hugh Schurink, not with a time there. You saw him go very wide at the final corner, so he's just lining up for another lap. Still Sergio Abayo, championship leader, yet to put in a lap. I think he invalidates his first attempt. Cook goes to third, but compared to the AMs, there's a lot more field spread at the moment. Really seems like Agard and Carbonari. You'd have long odds on them not being the top two, I think, at the end of this one. I think they really are very handy around this circuit. Kevin
Kittelman gets a lap in P12. Yeah, Adam Calls and Simon Livingston is looking good in the AM category at the moment, still sitting 6 and 7.
Any of the AMs watching along with the stream, do let us know. Give us a debrief of your qualifying. Let us know any details.
A debrief, I like that.
And any pros as well. Give us a preview as well of what you think you are going to do in this session.
Yeah, I missed that. Zach giving us a down to a millisecond prediction of what he was going to do in Q.
Yeah.
Mr. Confident.
Abayo, what lap is this like? It's all right. I think this is going to be around Stefan Son, I reckon. Second row of the grid, maybe.
Yeah,
ended up on the
lap.
third row. But still ahead of all the AMs. Daniel Ash moves up to 6th position.
Yeah, like you say, the 1 and 2 have slightly run away with this. Then the gaps get closer all the way down to 3rd to 9th. There's only 3/10.
Hutchinson on an outlap here, so this will be his attempt at a first time lap. But him, Max Wolf, good to see Max Wolf around. He was at Le Mans last time, so great to see him back in ARL for the first time in a couple of years. Former team, I think he was my teammate once upon a time. And Moa de Molina as well, yet to put in a lap time. And David Moller. David Moller was very quick in practice, but David Moller yet to put in a time.
Yeah.
He should be up there with Agard and Carbonari, but he's yet to put in a clean lap time. And this lap isn't looking great from him at the moment. It's looking pretty good. I think this lap might be good enough for 2nd or 3rd for Moller right now. It's getting a bit more overcast now, isn't it? A bit less sun.
It is.
I'm doing my Crofty impression.
Yeah, I'd love to see rain. I really enjoy driving in the rain. Like, I absolutely thrive on it. It's one of my favourite things. What a good mix of cars, though. And at the moment, well, until the pros come out and we see if there's an opportunity.
Okay, so we can confirm that at the moment it's 6 o'clock in sim. At 7:30, so in an hour and a half time, there will be 13%, then quarter of an hour later 17, quarter of an hour later 20, quarter of an hour later 13.
Okay, hour and a half.
But the way that the in-sim times work is a bit iffy.
Does it jump sometimes?
It'll be a jump, yeah.
Adam Hedge, is that Adam in chat? Debrief, shocking. Head not really in it today.
Moller, by the way, did move up into 2nd position. But yeah, shame to see that, Adam. It's a new circuit, so... and you weren't that far off the pace, honestly. It was just quite competitive in the AMs. De Molina, his first time, moves up to 7th.
Yeah, that is a long race as well. So if you look after your tyres, look after your fuel, and stay out of any instance, I think that's 12 positions right there.
This is looking like a potential improvement right now for Nikolai Agard.
Really nice line through there. I think that's not a lift you're hit here, and I think it's just the uphill, just pulling on the engine a little bit. Nice and smooth.
Can he shave off a couple hundredths? Yes? Yes, he shaved off 100th. That's consistency for you.
Agreed. As long as he's pushing again. Has he got time to push? Yes, he has, right?
Yeah. Rowan Eaton, what's this lap? It's no improvements for Rowan. But actually, the sector times are pretty good. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was an improvement. It is. He only improved in the final sector, but yeah, it looks good all the way. Good consistent sectors there. Saunders moves up to 11th ahead of all the AMs.
Dry out. I'm not sure who Dry out is on the track, but
Adam Coles.
Oh, Adam Coles. Debrief. Realises on the wrong setup half through the session. Yikes. What was you on a race set or a different track's queue set?
Zon improves slightly, but stays in 4th. Carbonari. This is looking like a good lap. And it is. He moves up to 2nd, still behind Agard though.
Hello,
Here comes the pros coming out of the pits. Livingston joking that Agard needs to be pushed up to pro because they are teammates. So Simon, don't say stuff like that because One day I might take it seriously and I might put him into pro. But
He is cooking.
that is always the story. Whoever's the fastest in each class always has to be promoted.
That's what Wolf can do here.
He definitely lifted on the final corner, I thought, and he does not improve. Kittelman moves up to 13th.
I thought that car was going somewhere weird. He was pulling out the way. I was thinking you dropped the ball on a camera there, Sam, but no, he was just driving off the track. Obviously, the Pro-Ams can finish the lap they was on.
This is a bit of an underwhelming lap for Eaton. I don't think this is going to be an improvement, and he knows it. He goes back. Oh, where's he going? Not convinced by that line, honestly, but...
I think he just wanted to get out of the way of the pros.
Sure. Oh, yeah. So, here comes the pros then. Engel, Schilling, Glenn, Van den Nesse, Trosch, Tailman has got a qualifying ban, Oostend, Scholzer, Kleinecht, Bithu, Meyer, Ansel, Neo, Hooper, Delgado, and Caserta.
I think Agard's time is going to hold up quite well, though. 43.2. That's going to hold up okay.
Yeah. I think, particularly Agard and Carbonite, I think Mola underperformed in that qualifying session. I think from practice he had more in it. Let us know, David, if you are listening along now. But yeah, I think Agard and Carbonite, that could be... I think Agard might be on the front row here. I would not be surprised.
See Van den Nesse using all of the track there. Very nice to see. Let's see how he takes this. Full commitment there.
Oh, is that beyond?
No, that's fine, yeah. The off-track's pretty lenient there. It's the tyre temp that's not leaning on the rears like that over many laps will cost you.
By the way, the track temperature has decreased since the start of this session. It started off at 30 degrees, I believe. It's down to 26.5. Could be a small difference. Anders Meyer, race winner last time out. He joined the practice session very late, did Anders, so we haven't got much of a barometer on how fast he is. And that's a new profile picture as well for Anders, using the SDK driver information app. So you check that out over at sdk-game.co.uk. So you can get a profile picture like that, and that is a very good profile picture. He's cut out the background and everything.
Yeah, these two were absolutely cooking last week, so let's say they were absolutely flying.
Thanks to Steve21 for subscribing to Apex Racing TV.
I think that is one Steve Rubinho, if I had to guess. Thank you, Steve.
Oostland to the top.
Very nice.
He was fastest in practice, was Oostland, so don't expect many people to be faster than him. Meyer gets close. Abithu gets closer.
Engel P7. I'm right in saying Oostland was a brilliant pole qualifying last week, but he just slipped back lap after lap after lap.
I think he qualified P2, fell back, he was fighting for fourth, and then I think he ended up spinning and ended up 12th, I think.
Yeah, just one of those races. But yeah, I remember his quality being very strong. Any people joining us this week that wasn't on last week's grid?
I think there might be some. No new registrations because the grid is currently full, so no one can enter. There were some drivers who missed last week, like Max Wolf, who are attending this week. I think Kevin Kitzelman as well. I think they were both at Le Mans, but they're around for this one. Yeah, you're right. That's the easy flat out, isn't it?
Yeah. Again, you don't want to scrub the tyres. And what is the track temp here? 26. Okay, so it's not too bad. It's just another demanding asphalt surface from iRacing, this one. In Glenn, I think he was my pro pick.
Was.
Which is a nice livery. We got to speak to the team manager end of last season, right?
Yes, we did. He works at the Nürburgring.
Watching Oostland cook. What can he do here?
Yes, nice one into the 42s. First man to be in the 42s.
Yeah, that gives him some breathing space towards. That's 2 whole tenths.
Dominic Engel. Fair qualifying for Engel. He really underperformed last time out. As Van den Nesse moves up to second place. Van den Nesse, who I think was third on the grid last week. Currently going one better.
Philip Ansell, P10.
Oh, I was not happy with that.
Hooper was strong last week. See what Maya can do. Let's look at sectors. Not quite.
No,
10th and a half off,
I
maybe.
think that was an outlap. Or Anders' first sector was very slow.
Ah, yeah.
Marcelo Caserta, my pick for the race win. Because I panicked. But he is a very good driver, to be fair. And Absolute Motorsport Acelith are a very good team. He's got a nice draft as well to the line.
Wait, there's draft in GT3s?
You're right, actually. He hasn't really got much. That was an outlap, though, I think, from Caserta again. His first sector time again was very slow.
Let's see the commitment.
That's good.
Yeah, he abandoned the steer a little bit there, and he's missed the apex a little bit here. But this is more important. Turn in late. Make sure you get over to the right on exit. He's quite far left, which is going to compromise this, and means he's going to have to lean on the rears a little bit. And the problem with leaning on the rears is you've got a hairpin coming up. It's all technical. This is a tricky corner to spot your brake in. You can use the curb. Too much of the curb on the outside. That's gone. Lap's gone. Yeah, way too deep. Yeah, it's a little bit overheating the rears, and that the 3D curbs here, you can brake on them, but something like qualifying where you need to be precise, that I would just brake on the asphalt. It's too inconsistent.
A quick shout out to one of our main sponsors for the series, Apex Racing Academy. And of course, the Apex Racing Academy offering data packs for many, many different cars on iRacing, including several of these GT3 cars, along with other tin tops such as the Porsche Cups, but also single-seaters and prototypes, rallycross cars even. So if you want to get faster in pretty much any vehicle on iRacing, do check out apexracingac.com. And yeah, do go over there, as I don't think Maya improved there, but Ubithu did improve. Stays in third place though in the Audi.
So if I buy Apex Racing Academy stuff twice, does that help me get twice as quick? Because I really need something.
I think you may as well go for it. No harm.
No harm. Joel, 35th.
A Mercedes. Eric Chosh.
So at the moment, the pro-ams of Nicola Agard, Carbonari, and David Muller are 5th, 6th, and 7th. They're going to be chuffed with that.
Yeah, very good.
Big point haul run away. That's the best way of scoring points in this series. Now I've been part of them for so long. It's just if you're in a not the pro category, make sure you hit hard in qualifying and try and build that gap between your nearest competitors.
195 for Östlund. He really looks like the man to beat tonight. Personal best sector 1, an underwhelming sector 2, but if he can pull something out in the third sector, this could be yet another improvement, which might well be needed considering how much of a good competition the likes of Vanessa, Ubithu and Maya are offering him. So can he shave off any more hundredths with this latest attempt? He can. He shaves off more than 100th. He shaves off a 10th and a half, and the gap is now up to over 0.2 of a second. Brandon Nesse is not going to improve on this lap. This is just, it's not an outlap, but I think he messed up the first sector and has been warming up since then. So he's got one more attempt now in this qualifying session.
Yeah, let's see how he does. Let's see the commitment level into 1. It tells a big story. He needs to really get close to the inside curb. Missed it a bit there.
Fire up to P2.
Impressive. Difficult braking here to spot and balance. Let's see how much he opens it up. Very nice, very, very nice. That's easy flat. And he's not squiggling the rears. He knows where the off track is. Let's see if he can brake on the... He brakes on the asphalt. Here we go. Keeps it nice and tight. He does. Focus all on the exit. Opening up that wheel. Very nice. See, the apex might be that braking on the curb might be quicker, but something like I said, like this, where it's all about precision, then I'd avoid the one under braking. Nicely done. Early throttle. It's uphill, so here on that corner, it's just about how early you can get up the throttle. That's where you open up the corner and sacrifice some speed, because unfortunately a late throttle one uphill is brutal. This is a tricky corner. The wider you can do it, the easier, but the wider, the more steering means more chance of lock. Oh, that was brilliant. That was really nice. This is a much easier corner. Get the wheel straight, then brake. Nicely done. Nice hug. Open the wheel. I hate this corner. No commentary.
Well, it gives me an opportunity to say he is down on this lap.
Shame. Right, we're through the corner. Now this is just flat. Where is Schilling? Schilling,
Yeah,
David Schilling is P5.
I think just after you posted that, Ricardo, he immediately went to P5, so he almost
nice.
answered his question. I don't think this will be an improvement, and it's not. I think it was just good final sector, but first sector I think was lacking for Van der Nesse. Maya. This isn't even a lap, and he's not gonna have time to do another lap, so no improvement from Maya. So I think Rusland has got this pole in the bag, honestly. Unless Ubithu can do something spectacular. Decent first sector for Ubithu. I'm waiting to see what his second sector time is. Kleinecht up to P11, by the way, and looking for another improvement here.
Eric Trosch, Pro, is in 32nd at the moment. That's unfortunate. See, that's going to be a very long day for him.
Ubithu, by the way, good laps so far from him. Ubithu might be able to jump ahead of Van der Nesse if he can keep this lap up. Kleinecht, any improvement from him? No. Here is the Delachaz automated by Major's car. Oh, of course, we ran out of time. Well, it would have been a decent lap for Ubithu, but he didn't have enough time to do it, did he?
He did not.
So it was irrelevant. Track temperatures just got a lot warmer as well.
I just saw that. It just...
Oh, no, it's gone back again. iRacing. Yeah, it went from 26 to 35, back down to 26 again. So,
check the sim time as well and keep up with that.
Yeah, of course we will need to be doing that. So we will jump across now to the grids for this round of the championship, round 2, our second grid of the season. Rasmus Östlund on pole position. There's Anders Meyer. Same front row as we had last week, but the other way around. Van der Nesse, just as he was last time out as well, P3. Ubithu, Schilling, then top of the programs is Agard, ahead of Ansel, Carbonari, Mola, and Neo. Then it's Kleinecht, Dominic Engel, you can see him back up there in P12. Stefan Son, Mark Lobet Delgado, Rowan Eaton, Michael Hooper, Hube Schurink, Jonathan Cook, Mario De Molina, Vin Glenn, Marcello Caserta, Daniel Ash, Sergio Abayo, Reece Saunders, Adam Coles, Kevin Kittelman, Simon Andre Livingston, Marlon Schwab, Nick Jurkovic, Max Wolf, Eric Chosh, Artem Udod, Lars Friesek, then it is Russ Fowler, I've totally lost my way, Jason Hodgson, Mark Hutchinson, Hendrik Zielk, Max Falker, Adam Hedgecock, Jason Nethery, and Lucas Tailman. This is an odd place to grid up. I didn't know this was where they gridded up.
No. I just heard from Aaron Broderick. Unfortunately, he won't be racing today.
Ah, it's a shame. Championship leader.
Yeah.
But hang on, is he on Oh, did he never join the qualifying? He never even joined the session, did he?
No, I think we were looking at some a different name. Probably Adam Hedgecock at the time. The leader's got a bit of a gap. Then again, now he's far from the safety car, so it's just everyone else not keeping up, so he's fine.
Ricardo Talent supporting Jono Cook, I assume that is?
He's the one that had all the VR crashes.
Yes. Which denied him a chance at the AM title last season. In the Pro-Ams now.
Right, let's hopefully get through T1. I hear far too much engine noise for a group of cars fuel saving. Tut tut.
Should be silent.
Yes. Although it is frustrating with no clutch now.
Yo, what are the things with the clutch? Isn't it that you can't... Is it just the Porsche Cup where you can't use the clutch under 100 kilometers an hour?
No. GT3s, GT3s, GTPs. I think only LMP2 allow it still.
Sure.
Or the other way around. Maybe it's GTPs that allow it and LMP2 don't. But yeah, you just can't pull it under like an unusable amount of 70 kph. Anything over then, yeah. It just doesn't do anything. We're used to it now. It's just... Yeah, it's just more difficult to fuel save and be quick, like especially like Daytona for the bus stop. We used to just clutch for miles. Now you're having to lob it with the car being in neutral. It's just a bit different.
So let's see then how Rasmus Östlund, who has been fastest in practice and fastest in qualifying, Can he take his first ever Apex Racing League win? We are underway racing then at Algarve International Circuit. And it's a good start for our pole sitter. Immediately, almost the entire field going into single file. There's a little bit of side-by-side with Van der Nesse trying to hold on to P3. He'll be able to do that against a P3 who's still having to cover it off heading into turn 1, but they don't quite go for it.
No.
A little bit of battling with the Nürburgring esports drivers. But that was Joel Kleinex who lost out on that occasion, and a few drivers as well moving under the bricks and almost 4 wide as they get into the pinch point of the turn 3 hairpin. But Ussund's pulling away, and there's a big field spread out in the top 10 places already.
Yeah, that Porsche had, and that was never going to end well. If he had got something done, he'd have spun another car and been taken out. So the fact he alive and lost a few positions is a good thing. It worked out for him.
Another real slow point here. The outside line is pretty powerful.
You just eat the off track if you need. It gives you more options rather than feeling crushed out. But let's see, cold tyres and a couple of these corners where you lob it and just lift, the car can, especially in a Porsche or an Audi, it can really destabilise in the first lap.
You could just see in the rear view there was a dive from Jerkovic. That's why Schwab had to take such an unusual line.
I love the green headset. Let's see.
Oh, big side for Michael Hooper. He's lost a bunch of positions.
Yeah, it's going to get tougher now because it's going to be too wide.
Here's another pinch point. So many hairpins on the circuit, and there's a slide as well in the background.
That must have been going for a while.
That is Nick Jerkovic. And that's why he jumps up so many places, because he's cut the circuit. That's going to be...
It could even be a DQ. I don't know. I don't have much experience, but that amount of cut, you've got to be careful. Because iRacing can sometimes give you a 55-second slowdown or just say, nah, DQ. Who was it that spun?
Rowan Eaton's had to go back to the pits as well, by the way. Maybe a jump start for him, potentially. But I think it was Jerkovic who spun.
Oof.
Mola losing out to Delgado. Good start for Delgado. He's up 4 places.
Yes, indeed. Good spot.
Oh, that's a dive. That is over-aggressive, honestly, I think, from David Mola. And Delgado had to get out of it.
It doesn't put you anywhere apart from on the wrong side.
Not sure if that was even a deliberate move. It came so late. Well after they started turning into the corner.
We'll see going to try the switch back here.
Oh, 3 wide just ahead. These guys have been passing for the whole lap and being forced off the circuit, but still getting through is Philip Ansel ahead of Carbonari, who's not... Well, neither of these guys have had a great start. They've both been overtaken by Danny Neo, who's now ahead.
Yeah, Danny Neo, 6.9k, driving the Mercedes, isn't he? Yeah. We've got a real mix of cars. Lamborghini, Ford, Porsche, Audi, and a Merc, all inside the top 7. What a shame, no BMW. Honestly, I'm broken down, honestly.
We had a driver move to the BMW earlier this week.
Really?
I can't remember who it was. I'll do a little bit of hunting for you. But yeah, we did have one start. Jonathan Cook moved to the BMW earlier this week. He's now on negative points this season because he took the car change penalty.
I wouldn't swap to the BMW. I wouldn't swap to the BMW if you offered me 50 points. I wouldn't take a negative hit for the BMW. I don't think I'd do it for 50 points and a small BMW sponsorship, to be honest.
Dominic Engel overtaken by Cook. He was put offline, and now Son has got past.
Nice camera angle.
And now Glenn might be going past as well. Where is Glenn? I think you can hear him in the Corvette. And there he goes. That was
it's really tight.
Close, though. They seem to really be squeezing each other on the entrance to T1, don't they?
Yeah, I think they need it to not off track on the outside. Oi, 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 oi. I thought he was looking at the lunge back there. I just think he outbroke himself. Yeah, see, he's seeing the guys open up the line in front of him, but he's not doing it himself, and then he lifts, and it... Yeah, and it owns it slower. I think it just leans on your rears. Yeah, you agree on the camera, the TV screen we look at. You said that's red. It looks orange from here. I'm hearing in my ear from earlier it was a red car.
I think it is a red car, yeah.
Yeah, no, I believe you. I believe you. I'm just saying.
Daniel Ash currently P6, I think, out of the Grand Drives, up 5 places from his race start. Now we're in a row of Germans. We've got Germans in 11th, 12th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and 17th. We'd see a strong, German contingent.
Sergio and Bedger and Holb are swapping positions, obviously door to door. Yeah.
Saunders has just gone off the track into the gravel. It's
Oi.
tricky to find the gravel here, but he's found it.
This battle is been many corners in a row.
Turing in this one. There really are overtakes absolutely everywhere. We really can't cover it all, but there's just so many half overtaking chances on this circuit because there's so many hairpins. And so it's not like, you know, your typical circuits where it's like one overtaking spot per lap. We're seeing overtakes probably 5 or 6 different places right now. I'll get some replays.
Yeah, so we've got the race start. A lot of single file.
Goodness, he had to be careful.
Yeah, he wasn't sure about the Audi, if Audi was sending it or not.
Oh, by the way, on live
Yoinks,
pictures,
the
that's
Porsche.
Oh my god.
I honestly thought, because if he had made contact there, we would have lost half the grid.
Good job from everyone on lap 1.
It was really impressive.
Turn 3. Schilling getting past Carbonari.
Very nicely done. Nice, confident. This is Livingston.
Livingston had a spin here.
Oh. We're watching Wolf.
Wolf gets a very good view of it. So Tillman diving on the inside of Schwab, and then Schwab spins. Tillman had a qualifying ban for this round, so he's much faster than those other drivers. I think he may have started last. He gained a few places and then he spun by himself.
Yeah, that's a late apex. That's our podcast personified. That was late.
Got a new intro for it.
Yep.
Trosh might be overtaking here, but I didn't want... No, there goes Tillman. Tillman is not holding back right now. He is now up 22 places in 6.5 minutes.
Like I spotted earlier, Eric Trosh was the lowest of the pro qualifiers. He's down in 32nd. He's up 12.
Yeah, good stuff for him.
But yeah, Tillman, who, was on the tail of the field at the beginning. I think you made that joke last week. Actually, I'm not going to reuse your joke.
I don't think I did.
Oh, then he was.
I wouldn't have made such a bad joke, so I don't think that would have been one of mine.
Oh. Is this going to be a side-by-side? No, they're just swapping position. No. Oh, that... Wait, did the Audi move left for a right-hander? Interesting.
Every time. Why is it about that? I think you identified it earlier on, that they're desperate for a wide turn-in, but...
Yeah.
I think, has Kissman been dived by Wolf? Kissman and Wolf are teammates. I don't know why they're harming each other. But yeah, Wolf is just behind Kissman right now. That's why he took the wide line, I think. But ahead of them, De Molina versus Caserta. Caserta actually down 2 places. When we start, and Kitsman hits.
You say teammates, yeah, Indy Autosport are running 3 abreast at the moment.
Yeah.
The 2 of them don't have the word red on their team name, which does mean they are no longer teammates.
Sure.
Dog eat dog. Oh, something's wrong. Yeah, Kitman is now... He's absolutely cooked his tyres. He looks like he's really struggling with his rears now. So let's see how his next lap looks.
He's surviving at the moment, but I think only because he's got his teammates behind him. He misses another apex.
Yeah, it looks like he's really struggling.
We were asked earlier on, will the sun set before the end of the race? No. I think it will just end in time, that we will avoid the sunset about half an hour. But it will look very, very dramatic come the end of the race, with the sun glaring over the circuit.
Press the rain button.
Well, I might need to ask Lewis Ward to send us another radar report, or whisper it in our ears. When I say whisper, I mean, yeah, speak it in our ears. And
it's a new desk sign, gotta be. Weather boy. It's gotta be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're making...
Oh, well, you know the viral clip, right? Where the weather
the kid.
asks the kid. What fireworks do you like? What's it to you, weather boy? Where's your parents?
Yeah, I love that.
It's been sent to us. Oh no! 2% chance of rain, people. It's not going to rain. Well,
2% chance.
This is classic F1, innit?
Dumb and Dumber. So you're saying there's a chance? People are following very close this track. Let's see. It's very tyre demanding. It's a long race. I think a few of them have really put some stress on the tyres. Again, I'm noticing the Fords are very strong in this league. Top 8, 4 of them Fords. I noticed that last week as well. Usland, like we noticed last week, very dominant quali, but slipped back in the race, and he is not making that mistake today.
No.
Seems to have the number on Anders Meyer, but let's see, because Usland didn't put the race package together last week. Like, he had good pace, but we know Anders Meyer is looking after his tyres. He's fuel saving. His strat will be on point. You need to, you need to have the full race package to beat Anders Meyer.
You absolutely do, yeah.
And yeah, Rasmus has shown he's fast. Let's see if he can do the rest.
Josh is currently right on the tail of Tailman. I imagine Tailman will start pulling away, but both these guys, to be fair, could start moving their way up through the order. Less overtakes now taking place through the order in the first few laps, or overtakes constantly. To be fair, Delgado's just got past Neo, and that's for P7. Delgado on a storm. He's up 7 places now, is Mark Lobet Delgado. Admittedly, 6.1k. He is higher iRacing by nearly 3k.
Yeah, the next 2 people, he's actually got their iRacing combined.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's hunting. Yeah, I think a lot of the moves, especially, yeah, Talman, Eric, Mark Lebet, just not nailing their qualifying.
And by the way, that blue indicates A license, green indicates B license. People were confused.
Wait, Lucas Talman's a 7.7k B license. That's funny. Doesn't do him so much then. But then again, saying that, we've just had the end of the season, what, a week ago, so...
Sure. And I hope drivers are basing IMSA, because this is the reason why we're visiting this circuit, is because it's in the IMSA schedule for this week. So anyone who has done the officials should have a small advantage.
Delgado and Talman definitely are not. Oh, we just lost Talman. Well, dropped a few.
Oh, wow. He is off in Spain.
That may have been commentator's curse. We were bringing extra attention to his name.
Not the best rejoin I've seen in the world, but I don't think I'll get a penalty for it. Wait, no, I don't know. I don't think Djokovic will be happy with that. Ricardo de Oliveira subscribes to the channel. Welcome, Ricardo. If you are Portuguese, I don't know if this stream from your home nation has attracted you to it, or maybe you're South American, but a very Portuguese sounding name.
Let's see how the Gaggle's looking out there. Well, Usman's in a world of his own, 1.4 seconds ahead. Oh,
that's going to be an awkward rejoin. He's got a bit of damage as well. Bad rejoin.
Well,
I think he should have reversed first.
I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily bad. Like, I'm not saying it was good, but he was where he was, and he sort of moved forward and leaving the left and right clear. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not steward, and I'm not saying what he did was fine. I'm just saying, like, he also doesn't have a I'm invisible button. If he'd have reversed and a couple of the cars went left, a couple went right, so reversing would have probably caused an accident. I'm not sure.
Well, he hasn't got any damage on his car, and yet I definitely saw some bodywork on track, so someone else has got damage.
Yeah, we'll try and get a replay of the Philip and the Lucas Talman incidents.
Josh trying to move up. He's not going to get it done there. Good defense from Schuring.
If he can switch back on the inside, which he's done. Oh, yeah, he has done it. But wow.
Oh, spin in the background. Oh no, and oh no. Oh, dear me, that's a mess.
Oh, he's reversing.
Speaking of reversing.
Don't. Okay, he's good.
Kevin Kittelman was
I called it. I said he was struggling with his rears. Oh, and we've lost. No. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like Sergio
that's a puncture for Bayo. And he's going to struggle to get round here. He gets the right side of the track, and he cannot turn right now.
Can he fuel from here? Yeah, he can if he saves. So he's down, not out.
Yeah, a lot of fuel saving to get to the end here.
Oi.
What a move.
Oi. No,
but it's the comeback. Ash leading this one, but that was Mola sending it, and Mola's pulled it off. What a move that is from David Mola. I think he's got damage as well in that car. But he is up a place now.
Yeah, I think this white Audi's about to get swamped.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Oh.
And round goes Mola.
Ay, ay, ay. They were just trying to all out break each other and oblivious to the fact there's cars in front of them.
Well, Mola will be gritting his teeth.
Yep.
After that one.
Oh, very good. Yeah, it took me a while to grab that one. You've been practicing these. You have a joke for every name. Yeah, he's gonna be frustrated with that. Yeah, they were all trying to outbreak each other.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to Mola, he did leave space initially.
Merck is looking strong at this track, which I wouldn't have guessed would have been the case. Maybe the track temps brought it alive. It just looks very quick here today. It's open set right though as well, so they can get a lot from them.
That's a very shaky tree in the background.
Oh yeah,
Some of these trees.
I saw that.
They need to be cut down, honestly. They're a hazard to spectators.
Caserta losing the position just then. I just saw it ping up on my dash.
Oh, this is
A big
very
battle.
close.
Yep. Yoinks! Yoinks! Yoinks!
Oh, good driving, everyone. But I fear... Oh, he turns in.
He turns in. There's a whole Lamborghini there, sir. Yeah, the Lambo made it. I mean, it wasn't like a little bit of a Lambo, and he definitely knew he was there because they shared the corner before.
De Molenaar next to line up. Caserta, where is De Molenaar? He's on the outside.
Uh-oh, the
Gets
Lambo's
inside.
going to die. That was well defended from the Lambo, though. Oh, the vet just turned in. But no harm, no foul.
I mean, I think this is a really good race circuit. I think this is a weird circuit in terms of it's actually a driver's circuit, and yet it's almost all hairpins, which is sort of counterintuitive. You tend to think of Silverstone, Suzuka, and those sorts
Yeah, I
of
think
circuits. And yet this one, not only does it have the good racing corners, but you can also overtake it a lot of them.
Both the hairpins, though, you barely have time to straighten the wheel. So, yeah, like it adds that massive element of tyre overheating, lock-in, and instability on the curbs. I just find like it's not like you can just drive straight, line everything perfect, hit your exact mark and do the hairpin and rinse and repeat. This, you find that as you come through, you're on a different slight part of the track. You've opened your wheel at a slight different time. You're either clipping the curb in or you're not. So I think the hairpins have just got that extra element to them here. Okay, we've got some replays coming in. Oh, that's Hutchinson.
Mark Hutchinson spinning. And
is that Livingston braking to not hit him and ended up being hit? Yeah. That's a shame. This is Delgado and Ansel. Lamborghini is familiar with defending there.
it's almost a carbon copy of the other battle that we saw a moment ago, wasn't it?
Yeah. This is the Danny Neo. Ooh. Nicely done.
As is one.
Oh no. Oh no. I didn't have time to sort of analyse that. Ugh.
I don't know.
I don't
Good
know.
luck to the stewards. That's all gets spun here.
Yeah. Oh.
No. I think was that Kleinex who I think went into him.
Yeah, and that explains that piece of bodywork that he collected under his car.
And it was Mola who lost the front end of his car.
Yep.
Abayo spun by himself, and then Max Wolf and Kittelman, the two
Oh,
teammates.
the Lamborghini
Both
was
got
miles away. Maybe there was a car in front of him.
And then
Whoa!
Mola didn't even get hit by the original sender, did he? He got hit by another one. He sort of just followed the sender. $18th down to 31st, all in a group right now. We've got pros, we've got pro-ams, and we've got AMs in this one.
Yeah, it's been a phenomenal track to watch. I say they are putting some serious deg on those tyres as well. The track looks like it's getting darker.
Rain, maybe? Question mark?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
I'm not going to demand Lewis Wilson's us more so go, but frankly, I think it's a waste of time. Seeing that there is a 2% chance of rain, the last reports. But that's fine. I think we should only have rain a couple of times this. It's now all 0 as an update. No chance of rain now.
Your exit's going to be tight. Yeah.
Oh, man. This is Tellman making his way up to the order for the second time after spinning earlier. He's done well to get back up to 20th.
Yeah, he really has.
Oh, looking for the inside. Oh, man, this isn't going to end well, is it?
No.
I think Marcelli needs to realise that that Tellman's a lot faster.
Yeah, but he's probably like, look, dude, I've already let you by twice. Third time's decline.
But yeah, in this race so far, Tellman's gone from 40th to 20th to 30th to 20th.
Oh, that Audi is looking quick, though. He is really coming off the corners.
Can he cover off this one? No, he can't. No, he'll have the inside line this time, Tellman. No defending that.
No, it's beautiful. Whoa, the vet does not want to give it, though.
He could send it.
He could get it on the inside, yeah. But the Audi's never going to share. No.
Oh, he's a little bit screwy, though, is Lucas.
Yeah, all this fighting. Really, they're heat cycling their tyres quite aggressively.
Engel past Cook, and that's why. Pick out where he is.
All right, we'll try and get a replay of what happened to poor Jonathan there. He didn't look happy. You can tell by his body language.
Carbonari ahead of Kleinecht. Kleinect's slowing, though. Maybe he's got a slowdown?
No, I think he's letting his teammate by.
Ah, yes. Kleinecht, you might get a penalty later on, honestly, for his hit on, it was like Mola or someone. Who he hit?
Right.
There will be, yeah, someone.
See, he was letting past Vin Glenn. Let's see.
Dominic Engel still there in P12, same position as he started, but
Van der Nesse and Butsu have held on to Anders Meyer, by the way. Them three are on track right next to each other, whereas Rasmus has pulled a 2.1 second lead out. Let's see, because we know Anders has got the pace, so I think Anders is just managing, like, he's probably thinking, dude, if you want to push this hard, then I'm going to triple down on fuel, triple down. If you want to, you know, absolutely gun it. This is what they're going to probably take lefts, and yeah, let's see what Rasmus comes up with.
yeah, Rasmus has had to work very hard for what is currently a 2-second lead. It's just been sort of a tenth of a second per lap. As here's what happens to Jonathan Cook. This is the corner that you don't like.
Oh, no, he just turned in to him. Yeah, yeah, the BMW just comes over. I'm not sure, it's a weird one.
And then for some reason he quit out. Shame to see for Cook.
Yeah.
You could say he made a meal of that.
Oh my God.
You picked up on that one quite quick, didn't you?
Yeah, thank you. You're going to write down response times to jokes, and at the end of the season I get to see him, the Model 1, like being, what, 4.3 seconds. That's terrible.
By the end you'll be anticipating them.
I will.
Nick Jerkovic is trying to go for a move here on Rhys Saunders. Saunders is doing well because I saw him spin earlier on, but he's back to where he started. Is Rhys? Oh, he went into the gravel, I think. But he could be overtaken here. Two of the biggest GT3s out on circuit. But they managed to get through that very narrow corner well. Jerkovic taking a bit more outside line there. And once again, it's another one of these big braking zones. He could go for it, and he is going to go for it. And there's not too much defense here. Jerkovic tight on the inside. Who's got the better exit? Jerkovic looks like he's just pulling ahead slightly. And if he can get fully ahead into the next right-hander, he will be clear, but he cannot.
He may even lose out here
as well. And here comes Hutchinson after adversity for him earlier on in the race. But he's unable to get a good exit as well.
Yeah. He's, about to say BMWs, the better BMWs, the Fords, looking good.
John O'Cook, not really enjoying my racing. I feel like I've done, all I've done tonight is gone backwards. Was enjoying my race, but then got annoyed. So he decided to call it a night. Well, it's a shame to see Jono.
Yeah,
and hopefully we see you back next week. And hey, this race and certainly the racing that we've seen tonight, it's been good quality, but it is frustrating because you can just be dived from anywhere. And
it's demanding.
Very tricky to get into a rhythm and drive your own race.
100%, yeah. yeah, the key would have been today absolutely nailing your quali, so you make sure you're in the place. Oh, we've got Muller in the pits.
I think he's had that damage for a while, hasn't he, David Muller? So
Yeah, maybe just wanting to get as early as possible without having to fuel save.
60% fuel capacity the drivers have, so they should be able to go about 35 minutes on a tank. So it would make sense for him to pit now. I think that car who we saw pit earlier won't get to the end. Michael Hooper pitted early, so too did Abayo and Backel.
This battle's been going on a while.
And I think he's got him this time, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Djokovic to 24th now.
Who is that? Team Red X. It looks like a budget red line livery. I mean that in the nicest way.
Well, we can't have another one of them because we've already got Team Radline.
Radline.
So let's not have more. Can we have some Apex rip-offs, please? We'd appreciate that.
I think that's the last time I saw an Apex rip-off. Gibbo was not too happy. It was in a completely different game as well. It was like Race Room. Yeah, I think it was some Race Room race. He was watching. He sent me a picture like, dude, what's this? I was like, looks like someone was inspired by your work.
Free sec. We haven't really given much of an update in terms of who's leading the AMS, but it's Adam Coles who's currently leading the AMS. His teammates had issues earlier on when they came across a stationary car in the middle of a corner. But Coles managed to get through that. He's now leader of the Indy Autosport drivers, and he's leader of the AM drivers. Second place in class is Artem Udod, up 11 places overall. And then it's this man, last free sec, who is in third. Lucas Tellman now ahead of Eric Trosch.
Yeah, these two pros who are making their way through the field. The problem with them is they've been battling each other on the way there.
Ansel might go through here as well.
Yeah, the other pro. No, yeah, them three are all pros, right? And they're stuck behind Daniel Ash, Hube, and Stefan Sun. All full, they've all been involved in incidents, and two of them, messed up their qualifying. So
Trosch not wanting to fight that one, lifts off to let Ansel past. Probably the smartest bit of driving we've seen today, or the most tactical bit of driving.
Well, we can just follow him through. They know that these three know they're quicker. They've got at least another 4 or 5 positions they can pick off maybe around the pit stop time. So
just looking at the pit stop time so far, 22 seconds. Seems like a few of these drivers are taking all 4 tyres, because he was speculating earlier on maybe the 2 tyres. And that was a bit of a debate last time at Watkins, wasn't it? Some drivers took 4, some drivers took 2. I think it really just depended on what your driving style was. But so far...
Well, I suppose it's a little different. At the Glen, there really isn't an overtaking opportunity, so you just want pit time.
Sure.
Here, yeah, I mean, look at what we're seeing. Chance of possibility, chance of overtake, especially with grippier tyres, is a possibility.
Tellman now up to P15, and now he comes into the pits.
But still, I'm only taking 2 tyres. Like, I'm never gonna. I can't. Like, I would rather underdrive and look after the tyres. I'm not gonna change. I'd know from the start my plan. Sure. I'm never just gonna take 4. I'm never gonna just deliberately sit in the pit longer. Is what I mean. When I was racing the Glen in LMP2, I only were taking front, which was super dangerous to drive. But so for the first 20, 30 minutes, I was deliberately underdriving the rears because I knew I was going to need them. We're keeping on the pit times, though.
Adam Coles came into the pits as well, so we've now got a new leader in the AMS, Artem Udod.
It makes sense for people like Talman and the 3 we were just referencing a moment ago to pit. Philip Answell, Alex Josh to pots, try and get some fresh air, run some laps, and clear a lot of the drivers there faster and without having to battle them on track. But it depends if you can come out in fresh air, any sort of fresh air.
Haven't spoken too much about this man, Danny Neo, tonight, but he's had a very good race. Was overtaken by Delgado earlier on. Delgado running a very boring race after a very exciting first 3 laps for Delgado. He's now completely by himself. But Neo's still in a fun race. Had a Carbonari. And Nikolai Agard, of course, still leading the Pro-Ams, only 8 seconds off the lead. Very impressive performance from Nikolai. Former AM driver.
Lucas Talman has come out behind Adam Hedgecock, so he has to...
And 19.67, I guess that's 2 tyres for Tillman. I didn't think to get all 4 in that time. So it seems like they're having to take quite a bit of fuel as well. I think last time it was 15 seconds for 2 tyres, wasn't it?
Yeah, Patrick Wilt, did he serve a drive-through? Team Bear? I see a 7-second pit stop.
That was on lap 0 of the race.
Okay, so maybe just fast repair. So, top tip, if you want to take a fast repair, make sure you don't have your visor tear off ticked, because it actually costs you something like 7/10 or 1.2, because it's done at the same time as fuel, so you never need to worry about it. But if you're serving a fast repair, there is a time penalty to it.
So when I won Indy 500s a couple of weeks ago, yeah, I did have to take my fast repair at one point, I think. And
Schwab and Larsin, yeah.
Moving very quickly away from my...
No, carry on. No, I would just cover it so we can carry on. No, carry on. I was doing side commentary. Yeah, go on, tell me.
No, because it'll come up later on.
Oh,
like,
will it?
You know, like, I'll be able to wedge it in there somehow.
Brilliant.
19-second pit stop. Another quick one. Again, I think that's only 2 tyres. Schwab coming up to that time.
Nope, Schwab's doing all 4.
Yeah, Schwab's doing all 4, 22 seconds. Max Wolf, 21.85, so I think he's the fastest 4-stop or 4-tyre swap so far.
But here's a big one. A stop-and-go penalty. Everyone serves the... I forget the big number. It's like 40-odd seconds. Yeah? You only need to spend 7 or 9. I can't remember what it is. It's the visor tear off. If you do the visor tear off, it's a service penalty charge. The same as taking fuel.
Okay, yeah.
Was it Swelio Almeida? Was in a a Porsche eSport event. I just happened to be in chat and he was venting that he had to serve a stop-and-go penalty. He was talking about the hold. I was like, dude, untick your visor tear off. I was in his chat.
Because would it have been a 1-second stop and hold?
Something like that, yeah. It's a very low number. He unticked it and the penalty just changes. But 99% of people are either ice and their default is that the visor tear off ticked by default.
Yeah, when we had ARL Endurance last season, we had a lot of complaints about that, where we'd give them 10 seconds stop and hold, and they'd be like, well, it's hold for 50 seconds, what's to do with that? Oh, yeah, you took fuel or tyres or whatever. Neo going to be overtaken here by Carbonari. This one's been coming for a while. They've been very close, but outside line is usually a better exit. I think Neo is going to marginally hold on because the inside for this double right-hander is very advantageous.
Yeah, he's been looking good already. Oh, what a switchback. No, oh, that's brilliant. That was very nicely tried. Yeah, Danny Neo's looking very strong.
Carbonari on the outside, almost make contact, and they've got to be worried about the drivers behind. I think Carbonari's going to get this one done here. Neo's taking the long way round. I'm going to have too much grip there, but again, still alongside are these 2 drivers. And the guys behind cannot believe what they're seeing. They're making up yards every single corner. A little bit deep on the brakes there for Neo. That's a bit naughty. But he will end up being the head of this trio. At the end of this lap, I wonder if any of them will dive in after seeing what
the boots is in.
Only going to be able to go another 5 minutes on fuel. There's only one. Yeah, so one.
Only another 5 minutes. Anders Meyer says, "Hold my beer."
The Kleinek's in.
Yeah, Daniel Ash is in. Philip Answell is in. I started adding letters there for no apparent reason.
Oh, that's a send. No. Honestly, Marc Marquez pulled off one of the worst moves in MotoGP at that corner a couple of seasons ago. And a lot of these drivers are trying to emulate him.
Well, what the Porsche did was send it but not send it, not breaching any rule, and it makes the driver in front below the corner and you get him at the next one. So, bosh, ADX didn't get it done. But my sentence sounded like it was going to be perfectly timed. Yeah.
Oh, they're now hitting each other on a straight. Carbonari's making a lot of enemies here, and he's lost himself a lot of time. Had he pitted 2 laps ago, he'd probably be 4 seconds up the road. Oh, come on, guys.
Are you allowed to, as long as... What?
Yeah.
He did it wrong, yeah. Be inside the other person's car, and only when you leave does it become a problem. But yeah, you don't want to be there a millimetre apart from each other.
By the way, earlier on, we announced a new championship for Apex Racing League, the Apex Racing Academy Super Formula Light. It begins in just under 3 weeks. It's on Thursday evenings, and you can get yourself signed up over at apexracingleague.com. Should be a really cool season. The Super Formula Lights is one of the best single-seaters in all of iRacing. Probably the best sort of junior Formula One. I think really the IR18 is the only one that is a proper rival to it overall. And yeah, we're going to use our elimination heat format. 8 rounds following the official series. You get a free Apex Racing Academy sub for signing up. So yeah, do check out apexracingleague.com in order to get your name on the grid.
Mark Lebet is in, Matteo Carbonaro is in, Stefan Sun's in, Eric's in, Artem's in, Nick's in. Let's keep an eye as it shuffles around. Really good pit stop from Joel from the Nürburgring Esports, 18.8 seconds, and another one from Lucas Taumann, is it? No, Daniel Ash, 18.5 seconds. Bitsy with a 19.8, which is fine. Mark Lebet with a 20.2. Matteo Carbonaro, very good pit stop, 18.5. Joel with an 18.8. All these pit stops filtering through. Dominic Engel, not a great fuel saving because I'm not sure, 20.5. I think that might be 2 tyres, but just with a lot of fuel.
Yeah, I think so. There goes Ubithu past the back marker, top 12 yet to pit. Ubithu is the man who is leading from the guys who haven't pitted. Board P4 Portimão, Oostend comes in. Now this is the big question. Can Maya go further? He can, by at least a lap.
Told you, hold my beer. This is Oostend's problem right now.
And Van der Nesse's stayed so close to Maya throughout this stint. I mean, it might even be Van der Nesse who comes out on top here.
No, I think he's just mimicking Maya. I think he's just fuel saving. Doesn't want to fight at all because they know if either of these two go side by side once, then it's over for both of them. They're hoping they can actually be 1 and 2 after this, and essentially they both gain a position.
Well, they've got 3 seconds to make up. Oostend comes in. Let's see if he's going to take 4 tyres or just the 2 tyres.
Yeah, I'm keeping a very close eye. I'll be reporting it before he even leaves if this is good or not. It's very good. Oh my God. Yeah. Fastest pit stop of the race so far. So not only was he quick, but then again, all we know is the comparison to everyone who's pitted. We do not know the comparison to yoicks.
Good job there from the back marker.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be any awkward pit exits here. These guys were very close before, but Schilling gets out all cleanly.
Wait, it technically wasn't a back marker. Just so you know, under the rules of racing, that was Reece Saunders, who hasn't pitted yet.
Oh, so he came out of the pits.
Oh, was it?
The guy.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I thought it was someone coming down the corner.
And Glenn out, and he is just ahead of Kleinecht. So Maya is coming around going into the final corner now. He is now at the final corner. I think they'll both pit on this time round. Yes, they do.
Whoa. Practice entry. You like to see it?
They were 3 seconds behind before. They can probably make up half a second just in the pit stall.
Yeah, and remember they're running on light fuel just that last lap, whereas...
I mean, I think they'll make up a second. I still think they're going to be a couple seconds back.
Okay. Hear me out. Although it was the fastest pit stop of the day, a 17.5, so the leader of the race also has the fastest pit stop. But I think we're just going to be surprised by it. I'm putting a lot of faith in Anders here by the pit stop time.
Sure.
And his pit entry, which isn't sort of quantified by our data, right?
So here we go.
Yeah, 16. They both took 16 seconds. It's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight.
So
Oostend's got it.
Is ahead. But it's smaller than what I thought. I was thinking it would be 2 seconds. It looks like it's 1 second. They've made up 2 seconds in that pit stop sequence.
Yeah, a 16.9 for Myers and Van der Nesse 16.88, so almost identical. Almost 7 and a bit tenths quicker than Rasmus Oostend. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to eat my words. Now, Rasmus proved me, yeah, he nailed everything. Like, that was a really good pit stop, really good fuel saving. Continue had no draft. He was out in the lead. It's always more difficult when you're in the lead because you always feel like you're sacrificing lap time. Whereas when you're P2, you just think, oh, I'm getting fuel saving opportunities here. So I think he did a bang up job there.
It's a very nice move there from Caserta to get past Josh, that's for P17. Lucas Tillman up to P13, by the way. Now you can probably get as high as P8 by the end of this race. Tillman, one of the fastest drivers out on circuit. And it's still Nikolai Agard, leader of the Pro-Ams.
Yeah, looking at
Adam Cole, still leader of the AMs.
I mean, I'm looking at Agard's data here, all of it. Really good pit stops, mega consistency. This Pro-Am can cook, is what I'm going to say.
Well, it's crazy to think that he won the AMs last season.
Yeah, this Pro-Am can cook, mate. He really can. A 17.7 pit stop as well from Agard. 3.4k. But David Schillen behind him, only 1 second back, 3.2k. So these two are just really impressive. They've got the likes of like Mark Lebet at 6k, Vin Glynn 6k, Danny Neo 6.9k, Joel 7k. All these numbers I'm throwing at you are behind Agard and Schillen. So doing great. He's on board with Dominic Ingle running P12. Everyone's done their pit stop, so we're not waiting for any more phase through. And yeah, Anders Myers within 8-9 tenths of the leader. Yeah, Agard's dominance in the Pro-Am is sublime. Just to put it in perspective, even Matty Carbonari's P2 in Pro-Am, his pit stop was almost 9 tenths slower, so really had no chance there. But yeah, Agard really impressing. Wait, how did David Schillen end up in Pro?
We promoted him after the last race. You did so well.
I need to put you, Agard, and Schillen in a room and have a chat. And work this out.
Well, Agard last season was an AM, so like we know what Nikolai's like. So he will remain in Pro-Am, even though 2 people now in chat, John O'Kirk, his own teammate, Agard's own teammate, said he should be a pro.
Yeah, he's absolutely flying out there.
Nice battle going on here. Danny Neo holding on to P9. It's Vin Glenn, sorry, at the front.
Yeah,
of the
P8, yeah.
And then it's Neo, Kleinecht, Carbonari, Engel, and Tillman rapidly catching up to them.
I don't think Meyer can do this. I mean, I don't think he has an answer for Usland. Like, excellent job. Absolutely excellent job. And I say, so maybe just a bit of bad luck at the start of last race. You know, maybe a little bit too much defending, overheated his tyres, then it just, one thing led to another and he kept dropping back. But sublime run from him. He's able to just get Anders Meyer out that draft and keep him out of it all race long while looking after what looks like tyres and fuel. So not a lot you can do there.
I'd like to say, well, you might have to watch out for the clouds, but 0% chance of rain, and unfortunately it's a very blue sky at the moment at Portimão. We'll have to wait till the next round of the championship for some rain. Needed to have some more British circuits on the calendar, I think. We wanted to induce that. Engel now 1 second behind these guys, but he was 3 tenths faster on that last lap. Tillman nearly a second faster than these drivers.
Yeah. These guys, yeah, I mean, because of the battle in their pit stop was like 3 seconds slower, and we know these guys know how to pit, so it goes to show the levels they had to push to get through the field. Tauman, Philip, Answell, and the third one, I can't remember who. I can't remember.
Josh?
Yeah. Trosh is up 15 positions. Vinglin up 12, by the way. That's silently gone unnoticed.
Yeah.
In the vet.
Yeah, and Glenn is pulling away slightly from Danny Neo, so Glenn, if he puts in some good laps now, he might be safe from the likes of Engel and Tillman, or well, Tillman really, by the time that Tillman gets through this pack of cars.
Yeah, suffering his rears there. He was really nervous about the rotation in the corner.
By the way, second place in the AMS is now Hendrik Zielk. I think it was a poor pit stop for Artem Udot. Did take all 4 tyres. I think he's also had a couple of iffy laps as Udot. So it's now Coles leading Zilk, Fowler, Grisek, Udod.
Yeah, don't rule out
That's a
Udod
move,
though.
sorry, just ahead.
Oh, yeah.
That was Kleinex being overtaken by Carbonari.
Yeah, you are correct. Udod will have the freshest tyres of that gaggle of, what is it, 4 cars in the AMS? So he might be sitting pretty in a few laps' time.
Kleinex still going for the move. Apologies, no, Kleinex got overtaken by Carbonari. So Carbonari up into P10 now.
Watching Lucas on angle here.
Could go for it. Yeah, he likes this
Easy.
one. I think he's overtaken at every single corner now as Lucas.
Now he's got Joel, Nürburgring Esports in the Porsche.
Tillman had a qualifying ban. That is why he starts from the back of the grid.
What instant was it? Do you remember? I don't. Like Watkins Glen, right?
It was at Watkins Glen. I'm not sure about the specific instant, but yeah, he did get a penalty for it. Ash, by the way, just got past Schuring. That's for P3 in the Pro Ams. But I think all eyes on this man, because by the time they are into turn 1 on lap 27 of this race, I think Lucas Tillman may well be up into P11. He's chasing down Kleinex. But yeah, maybe not quite into turn 1. Honestly, turn 1 is one of the corners that we've seen less overtakes. It's turn 3, which is perhaps the biggest chance we've seen for anyone.
Yeah.
And is he going to go for it? Yeah, it looks, but he doesn't commit.
Oh. I don't know why you'd want to be on the outside, though, for this corner. He's going to just send it down the inside, get that done. Yeah. Even with the big gap.
Ah, there goes Tillman behind as well.
Job done. Oh, that Merckx found a bit of traction. Danny Neo has been putting up impressive defence all race long, actually. Every time we cut to him in a battle, he's doing everything correct. Even when they do switchbacks. Let's see. Is he confident that the switchback is just not enough? And it looks like he's right again.
Oh, here comes Tillman. Could Tillman get both of these guys? No, he just got a bit squirmish on the outside. But this is a very wide part of the circuit, and they're covering every single inch of it.
No.
There goes Tillman. He gets the pair of them, but goes wide. Can someone just goes through all of them? Carbonari tries to gain 3 places in one corner. I think he got his nose ahead for a fraction, but Danny Neary's defended so well that position. All of a sudden, the floodgates have opened, and he finds himself down in
I think he just lost
14th place.
4 positions in one corner.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he did a lot wrong there. He wasn't given enough space on the outside and just got shoved a bit off. Let's see.
Carbonari definitely one of the big beneficiaries, up to P10 now. Ahead of Kleinex, ahead of Engel.
Let's keep glancing at that Artem. No, he does seem to be struggling. He's got those fresh boots. He doesn't seem to be able to do anything with them yet. Maybe they're just too cold. That's the one problem with fresh tyres on a hot track.
Oh, no.
Don't think the Audi saw there was a Porsche. It did look like the Audi turned in really early. But they got going again.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to survive the next few corners, though, with how aggressive they are.
I don't know if the Porsche's got much left in him. He does look a little damaged, actually, just the way he's driving all of a sudden. Or you see his instant limit.
True. They are limited to 20.
Something about the Porsche's body language is just turned off now. I don't know, sometimes I read way too much into it. Let's see, come on. I want my Artem prediction to pay off. I feel like I've invested in a stock and I want it to pay off. Come on. I want to see it go up. There's a gaggle of 4 AMs at the back there. 27, 28, 29, 30. But nothing's happening right now. He doesn't look like the faster of the bunch at the moment. So right on board with David Schilling.
Yeah, being
P5
fought by Agard on that last lap. Well, actually, oh, sorry, did Schilling got past Agard? My bad. Yeah, Schilling's up to P5, isn't he? So he has got past. I don't think we saw that move on the screen, but I might be wrong. We might get a replay of it later on.
I think Agard let that move happen. Think, wait, if I finish ahead of Schilling, am I going to get bumped? I'll just slot him behind and try and go unnoticed. Yeah, these two are right on the threshold on pace, aren't they? Really impressive, these two.
I don't think anyone's ever won an AM championship and then the following season won the Pro-Am championship. So Agard, I think, after tonight, would probably be the favourite for the Pro-Am championship.
Agard might not have had you kept Schilling in there.
Oh, sure. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I mean,
Yes.
it's all ifs and buts.
No, I'm certain of what I said. There's no ifs or buts. But no, Schilling last week was hyper dominant. So I respect your decision.
So,
Okay, we got some replays coming in. This is the Neo Vinglen.
so that was for P8 a while back.
We've
Had
had
to
some
work for it.
brilliant battles out here on this track today. Night and day compared to the Glen, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is Talman on Engel. Nice and easy done there. Daniel Ash on Shurik. Nice late break. Ooh, no, he went deep. I retract my nice break in there. Yeah, that was a bit of a lob. This is Talman on Joel.
Yeah, Kinex.
Nicely done. Very, very nicely done. Talman's been... Right, so let's see this again. So they do go 3 wide. And... Oh, no, it's the other direction, isn't it? You go, ooh, ooh. Oh, here is the moment, yeah.
Right in the middle, really left himself vulnerable, didn't he?
Yeah, but I disagree with
Carbonara.
my own statement. The Merc, who I was backing for that, was just... He didn't do anything wrong, but he was just driving into... Like, he wasn't driving into anything opportunistic. This is the Schilling Agard that we missed. And... Oh, okay, nice and easy. Made it look easy. Right, how's my stock investment at the back? No, drop further back. I'm going to lose money on this, aren't I?
Well, Abayo's come into the pits. I think Abayo may have exceeded the instant limits. So,
Yeah.
he's had to trundle down. I think he's our first victim. Not a good night for Abayo. Came in as the championship leader in the Pro-Ams. I don't think he'll leave as the championship leader.
Yeah, it's been one of those races for him. So Usland in the lead by 1.4 seconds, which, yeah, he's just definitely got that edge over the field today. Absolutely well and truly. I mean, he's in the Lambo, right? That would be my pick for the season, 100%. Although, the fact you've added rain, I would have picked the Audi. Definitely, yeah, that would be my pick for the season. If it's rain, then I go Audi. If there's no rain, I go Lambo. Now, I'm not sold by the Ford. BMW and Merc don't suit my driving style. Vet is just a bit meh. Porsche is a fantastic car, but just not for a season, unfortunately. Has too many weaknesses. But yeah, it's my favourite of the GT3s by a long way. And I'm sure I've forgotten a car, but I can't think of it right now. Oh, the McLaren. Bah.
Did you mention the Ferrari?
I did not. What a shame. No, I don't... No.
Oh, sent from Ansel.
Ferrari's the only car you got to practice in, because it's all about the tyres. I just can't stand that. I can make it work, but yeah, I usually can't bother to practice that much, so...
We have a squeeze there from Nie.
Yeah. These two have been hyper good all day, so it's going to be quite the battle. Do you want to switch back with a Merc? I was going to say that's more of a Porsche move. You know, nimble, light, good traction. No, both of them drove very well today. Lots of overtakes between them. Although Lucas Talman is up 34 positions. And let's not forget he lost, what, 10 to 12 positions at some point, one point in the race?
Yeah, if it weren't for that, you'd be a comfortable 7th, I think, if it weren't for that. You might still get Glenn.
He would be
PA.
7th, yeah. I think Agard and Schilling will be too hard to catch from that far back. Walk Racing Esports. I've not seen the name.
They are the premier Romanian esports team, sim racing team.
Nice.
Karamadari Bogdan.
What name did you say?
Karamadari.
I recognise the name.
Yeah, he sometimes comments in the YouTube chat.
Ah, yes.
So yeah, very good team. Good to see them out there.
I loved his wheelbase back in the day. The Leo Bodnar. Different name?
I think I mentioned that to Lewis earlier on.
Oh.
It's like,
Bit expensive though, $4.5 grand.
yeah.
I'll model in, I assume a drive-through. Yikes.
By the way, just another reminder that, along with ARL Super Formula, Lights coming up. Also got Apex Racing League Endurance, a Brutzy Apex Racing League Endurance coming up on Friday. That'll be the next studio broadcast that we do on the channel.
So how late the late Apex going to be? Very late? Or we just...
Crikey. We might have to, it might be an early Apex.
An early
I'm
Apex?
not sure, we'll need to decide.
Okay.
But you can still sign up. There are spots available in the GTD and the GTP and the LMP2 fields. 49 of the 60 slots have been filled. So do get your name down there sooner rather than later. It could be maxed out in 7 days' time. It would be awesome to see you on the grid. First round of the championship at Silverstone, I believe.
Ooh la la.
But we are visiting this circuit as well. Later.
And there's a chance of rain.
There's a chance of rain.
And you fix it, a heavy chance.
But I haven't set the first session up yet, so I don't know what the chance.
Yeah, but can't you just say you haven't set it up and then fake it? I won't tell.
No, but I don't want rain because people don't like rain and they'll get angry at me.
No, but no, we fake it. It just rains middle of the race and then goes again.
No, but that's what iRacing do with their special events, and it's so choreographed that it's like...
Yeah, I know.
Just make it natural. Because in the end, it's like Formula 1, right? If it rained every time Formula 1, we'd get bored of it.
Yeah.
But seeing that it happens once a season.
All right, last round we'll fake it. Just 100% thunderstorm,
Well, yeah.
half an hour.
If it's not happened by the last round, maybe I'll get impatient and go, you know what? Rain.
Rain. On. How on? On. How heavy? Heavy on. Oh, Daniel show the move. Yeah, a bit deep, I'm thinking, unless the Porsche is just setting things up on exit. Yeah, okay.
Well, we've seen Kleinex struggle, seemingly, haven't we, in the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I think he's just... we was on board with Joel early in the race. I think he's just overusing those rears. And the problem is, if he's taken lefts, that right rear is going to be bleeding right now. Not long to go, I suppose. Next lap's white flag? Or, yeah, not sure. Maybe they'll have after.
Yeah, they've just started another lap, so yeah, we'll be the next lap. A couple more laps, more than 2 laps to go for these drivers.
Are you impressed with how many Fords and new cars we've got this season, like attending?
It is really good, yeah. And of course, the top 4 drivers in the race, 4 different cars.
Yeah, it's just a nice mix to look up and down, right? We went through so many eras of iRacing just, you know, having the one or 2 cars. Very few Ferraris in this series. Now, I know I mocked the Ferrari, but it is a very, very good car. It's very quick in a straight line. Like, it's a very good car. Yes, it's very tyre sensitive, but if the guys in the Vet are making it work, I think the Vet's a Ferrari, just slightly worse. If I'm being honest.
I still got 39 of the 43 drivers who started the race still running in this one, which is a good attrition. And there are a few battles going on down the order, and we'll try to catch any overtakes that do happen, but at the moment, not too many position changes as it stands. Albeit
Neo and Engel.
And Engel are going for it. And this is Engel moving past Neo and up into 12th place, which is where he started.
I think Neo's going to be able to hold this down.
Yeah, Neo will stay there. Not trying to get the cut back, Engel. I can't quite get the car stopped smoothly, but it doesn't matter. Brilliant exit for the Audi. And Dominic Engel for Core Sim Racing does move up into P12, and now Neo will have to pay his attention, I think, to Ash, albeit he's getting a nice Little draft heading into the next right-hander. Engel should have the pace now to pull away.
Yeah. A lot of airtime for Neo. He's been in a lot of battles. It's been good to see his defending skill.
Last opportunity for Agard to move. Probably one of the least incentivized drivers to make a move out here because he's already going to win the Pro-Ams.
Yes. Big points haul for him coming up.
But drivers do get points for their overall position, so there is an incentive, but extra couple points wouldn't make a world of difference.
Or a penalty for clipping him and spinning him, yeah.
Exactly.
And their tyres, they've probably not got a lot. And their fuel, they've probably just got enough.
Schilling's still feeling the need, though, to go defensive.
Well, Agard wiggled. Agard
Yeah.
tried to fill his mirrors with a little prediction that he was going to go. I can't think of the word, not prediction, a little...
Anticipation.
Yeah. He was trying to make him react. Ooh. Schilling's rears do not look happy.
Well, the man, as Reece Saunders and De Molenaar just holding on to P21 as it stands. But Rasmus Östlund has led this race almost from the get-go. One lap where he didn't lead during the pit stop sequence. But Anders Meyer has thrown absolutely everything at him. And Meyer will be the championship leader coming out of this round still. But taking his first ever Apex Racing League victory is going to be Rasmus Östlund.
What a win.
And it is done by 1.4 seconds across the line.
We didn't notice that Van der Nesse just wasn't able to follow Anders for the second stint after the pit stop. They were inseparable in the first spin.
Tailman has got Glenn right at the close.
Wow.
But can he? I mean, Glenn's still trying to come back. But I think Tailman's going to have this one. Winner of the Pro-Ams, we just saw Nikolai Agard. Glenn giving it absolutely everything, but what a comeback drive from Lucas Tailman, up 35 places to P8.
Yeah, what a result. Wow. Yeah, that's a chunk of points and many position gains. Eric up 15. Daniel Ash up 8. Mark Lebet up 7. None of our top 5 at 6 changed position, by the way. Just realised that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So excellent drive for them, showing their dominance nice and early in the series.
Yeah, for a circuit that a lot of these drivers weren't going to be very familiar with, they seem to have done thousands of laps around this place. They really seem to be within their wheelhouse, and very few errors being committed by them. So fantastic job from those guys. And we will get an interview with a few of them in a few moments' time. We'll let the remaining drivers cross the line. Just a reminder as well that in about 40 minutes' time we will be going live with the late Apex, discussing the latest news in the sim racing world, along with updates when it comes to Apex Racing Team. We've got a new driver signing for Apex Racing Team this week.
It's not me. Damn it.
Well, maybe we've got 2 new drivers, perhaps.
No, I've checked my email.
Quickly
I checked.
sign a contract in the next 40
Yeah.
minutes. But yeah, there it is. Tune in about 40 minutes time after this broadcast is complete. So let's have a look then at the final standings for tonight's event. I won't go through all the standings, but there's Östlund. We do need to start learning how to pronounce his name. I started saying Östlund, but I don't really know what I'm doing.
Rasmus.
There
you go. You've pronounced it brilliantly now.
Maya in second place, then it's Van der Nesse. Agard was top of the Pro-Ams ahead of Carbonari and Ash. Carbonari looked so good in practice, but didn't really deliver. Mulder as well looked good in practice, but he had issues for himself. Adam Coles was top of the amateur drivers ahead of Hendrik Zilk, who came back well actually in the second half of the race. And Russ Fowler, good performance from Russ up there in P3, just about beat Freisek and Udod, who lost time during the pit stops and was unable to recover it. But top 35 all on the lead lap really did show that generally it was a very clean race, which I don't think all of us were expecting, especially with the amount of racing as well.
Yeah, there was a lot of door-to-door action today, a ton of it.
Really was. So far we've got no drivers who will come for an interview, which is a bit of a shame, but we will give them a few more minutes. Next time up though, we've got Daytona.
Ooh.
And for Daytona, we've got the 2 races. So we've
The
got
heats.
25-minute race 1 and then a 30-minute race 2, top 10 get inverted for the race 2 grid. Do you think that's going to change the action much? Need a different skill set compared to the hour-long race? Because we did do an hour-long race at Daytona last season as well. Do you think next week will be much different to that?
For sure, it's a bit more opportunistic, you know, like we see what Rasmus and Anders Myers were able to pull with their fuel management, their tyre management and all that. That's less important at these short distances, especially at a track like Daytona. I'd say there's a lot more opportunity. Qualifying is going to be important. The bus stop has a slight curbing change, so if people haven't tested that yet, the slowdown is brutal now. Like brutal. Like the line you've practiced in your head and you're picturing doing just doesn't work now. So
Sure.
yeah, that can be quite painful. But no, I love the heat formats. Obviously, I love these formats where we get to see the drivers in their end-to-end package from stint management, fuel, pit stops. You know, I always keep a close eye on pit stops and fuel and stuff. But yeah, it's great to see. But yeah, it's just less important in the heat format. You can just get full opportunistic. And if you're someone like, for example, was it Lucas Taumann, where you're a good fighter, a good door-to-door driver, you can pay massive in heat racing. So yeah, it's going to be really exciting to watch.
Well, we have got a few drivers who have come for a chat with us, and I'm going to drag up Nikolai Agard because he won our Pro-Am standings. As I think we may have interrupted Nikolai mid-conversation. Apologies, Nikolai, for that one. But congratulations, dominant race victory.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I had a lot of time to practice for this race, so it was fun to show it on track.
Have you raced at Algarve much in the past, or was this a new experience?
I raced it a lot in the Audi. This is my favorite track. I love it, but it was tricky to learn it in the Mustang. But I think it's good. Just the last sector that's kind of shitty. But yeah, it's a good car to be a front engine.
For sure,
track.
yeah. You really seem to demonstrate that very well. Good battle with David Schilling. It seemed like you started behind him, got ahead, then he was able to get past you, but you seem to be coming back again at the end of the race. I mean, what was sort of the story of that battle? Because it seemed like the pace between you two, it seemed like whoever was the car behind seemed to have an advantage on the car ahead.
Yeah, the Mustang, following a Mustang was very good actually. It was easy to follow. I tried to follow the Audis, but I had no chance. No, David, he was a lot of fun to drive with. He was very calm and he didn't do anything stupid dives or moves or anything. It was just pure fun.
Awesome. Yeah, it really looked good in those closing stages when we were watching you guys. And yeah, hopefully we see you two battling more during the season. Well, is there anyone you want to give a shout out to, Nikolai?
Yeah, my teammates and my team, Racing Lab, and our sponsors. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks for having a chat with us, and best of luck for Daytona.
Yeah, and thank you to you guys for an amazing event. I really do love Apex. So yeah, thank you guys.
GG's.
Awesome. Thank you for the very kind words, Nikolai. That was Nikolai Agard, who won in the Pro-Am category tonight with a lot of points. Well, I think he'll be championship leader going into round 3. Who do you want to chat with?
I want to chat with Rasmus, of course, our winner. Let me just bring him in.
Can you ask him about his surname?
No. Hey Rasmus, can you hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you.
Congratulations on a very dominant display there. Pole to win. Obviously, I was mentioning last race, you seem to have a strong qualifying, but everything sort of fell apart and you just moved backwards and then got involved in the incident. You must be really pleased how this went today. Was it as easy as you made it look?
Not really. I didn't imagine to be that fast. I was kind of surprised that Anders with the Mustang was able to keep up. And also the Lambo is not the easiest car to drive around there, but it's not too slow, fortunately. So in the end, I'm very happy.
Excellent. And look, you fuel saved. Pit stop time was very impressive, considering I thought you was actually trying to gap Anders to sort of undo any fuel saving, but it looks like you did that yourself. Was you actively fuel saving?
Yeah, I was trying to. There was certain corners where I tried to lift and save, so looks like it worked out.
Yeah, worked out great. Yeah, I mean, Anders, Meyer and Chris were really saving. It seemed like they were almost working as a pair. But yeah, I think you absolutely nailed it from turn 1 all the way through the pit stop phase. Yeah, very impressed. My pick would have been the Lambo for this track, but yeah, I fully agree. Not an easy car to master.
Yeah.
Daytona next week. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, of course. I think Lambos would be quite good there, and I like Daytona, so I'm excited.
Excellent. And a question: how do I pronounce your surname, if you don't mind?
It's Oostulland.
Oostulland. Okay.
I wasn't a million miles away, was
It
it?
wasn't.
I don't think I'll get it though.
No.
Sorry, Rasmus. The
All
my
good.
spirits are incompetent. But we'll give it a go.
Correct.
We'll give it a go.
Again, yeah, congratulations on a very dominant display. You should be super proud. Anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
To my teammate Hype and to my team RPM Racing. They've been a big help.
Excellent. And again, congratulations, and yeah, good luck for next week.
Thank you. See you.
Yes. Yeah. Rasmus there. Yeah, don't say the
Oostland.
dominant display today.
Yes, really good performance. Well, I think we'll have one more interview, and we may as well make it so that we get an interview with all our class winners, which is really cool. Adam Coles now joins us from Indy Autosport Red. Adam, congratulations. When was the last time you won an ARL event? I mean, of course, I think you've won a fair few in the past, but maybe even back in like the GTE days or something. So, do you recall exactly when the last one was?
No, actually, I don't. I don't remember the specific one. I think the only time I was in an AM class that I could really kind of compete at the front end must have been GTE. Must have been that GTE season, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, we're talking like 4 years ago or something. So congratulations on getting back to the top. What do you think it was out there? Because your qualifying pace was great. Do you think, were you able to put a bit more practice in for this round, or yeah, you just seem to have that extra bit of pace compared to normal?
I'm not entirely sure. I think this track definitely rewards patience quite a bit. Like if you try and overdrive any corner, send it deep, you're going to lose close to half a second. So just kind of keeping your head cool can go a long way in a long race.
And talk us through that moment near the end of the lap. It must have been about a quarter of an hour in. You 3 Indy Autosport drivers were in a row. I think you were third in the row, and you had your 2 teammates crash into a stationary car in front of you. What was going on in the Discord when those 2 were involved in that?
A lot of words I probably can't repeat, but yeah, no, I just kind of saw some tire smoke and saw that my 2 teammates went to the inside and got hit. So I was just like, okay, well, can't go that way. So I'll just go around the outside and see what happens. But yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, you did a good job actually at avoiding that one, because yeah, those 2 were very, very unlucky on that front. We go for the 2-race format next week, which is of course what we always ran, I think, back in the GTE days. You looking forward to that, the 25-minute and the 30-minute reverse grid? You prefer that to these 60-minute races?
I wouldn't say I necessarily have a bit of a preference. It does make it more exciting than the 60-minute format, but I also think that is down to this kind of track. This isn't really an overtaking track, so what track is it? Daytona next week?
Daytona, yep.
Oh, Daytona at kind of a almost sprint format at a track like Daytona is going to be quite spicy. Reverse grids might come in handy a bit, regarding if like you're close to the front, there's there's definitely going to be some big crashes, I reckon.
Well, hopefully it'll be entertaining for us, and hopefully you can get another strong result next time out. Adam, anyone you want to give a shout out to?
The team that rocked up today: Kevin, Max, other Max, Jason. I think that's everybody. Yeah, there's only 5 of us. I think I named 4.
It's close enough. Well, thank you for joining us, Adam, and yeah, see you next time.
Yeah, cool. See you next week.
Yeah, GG's.
Adam Cole's there. Of course, it's not next week, is it? It's 2 weeks, isn't it?
You'll see me
God.
next week.
And that's what matters.
Yeah.
And we'll see many of these drivers actually back next week, because of course we do have Abruzzi ARL Endurance 2024 next week, first round of the championship from the Apex Racing TV esports studio. So do definitely check that out if you're not racing in it already. But I think that will close off the interviews for tonight. And yeah, I think after tonight, do you think it's going to be an Usland versus Maya championship battle? Or do you think it's just going to be Maya? Do you think there's going to be others? Like, how are you feeling after the first 2 rounds of the championship when it comes to that?
Well, I do think of the Lambo as the strong car of the pick, but after last week, I felt like I should just not say anything because the Mustangs looked brilliant and maybe I'm just not up to speed in them. But I know Maya is up to speed in them, and I saw the Lambo stretch its legs. Usman mentioned it's a good car. I think the Porsche usually is the car at Daytona, but quite technical and tricky. Let's see. I mean, to me, it really leans on how strong can the Mustang be, because I think a lot of the competitors to Usland and Van der Nesse and all that kind of, well, is the car good enough for the whole season? Sure. Watkins Glen, it was fine, but here it looked a little step off. Daytona, it could be worse. I'm not sure, but it's exciting.
Well, we will find out. 2 weeks' time, we're heading to Daytona. Of course, we've got many more rounds as well coming up. Next week, we'll have Abruzzi ARL Endurance 2024. And of course, do make sure to check out the sign-up details for that, plus the sign-up details for Apex Racing Academy Super Formula Light starting in 3 weeks' time. We will be going live as well with the late Apex a little bit later on. Give us 20-30 minutes, something like that, and we'll be going live with that one, so do definitely tune in for that broadcast in a bit. And of course, make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and check out all our social media platforms as well on Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. But for now, from myself, Sam Fitzpatrick, and from David Sampson, we are going to be saying goodbye, and we'll see you back next week for the Abruzzi ARL Endurance Championship. See you then.